5933 Hotel. Contact Tower 119.1.
Switching to Tower. Fort Wayne Tower, November, 5933 Hotel, runway 5, ready to depart.
5933 Hotel, Fort Wayne Tower, wind 070 at 7, cleared for takeoff. Have a safe flight.
We are off on our journey.
Are you ready to learn about the tribulation? This is a 7-year period of time in which our world has never seen. There will be complete devastation and billions of people will die. This is a time that God takes his eyes off of to the church and focuses on Israel. Last month we discussed the gap period, a period of time lasting up to 10 years between the rapture of the church and ending with the beginning of the tribulation. What event starts the tribulation? It is the signing and confirmation of a covenant between the Antichrist, Israel, and death and Sheol. After 7 years, the tribulation comes to an end with the battle of Armageddon and the second coming of Christ. Revelation 19 verses 7 through 21. I want to interject at this point. I personally believe in a pre-trib rapture. All born-again believers, both dead and alive, will meet Jesus in midair prior to the 7-year tribulation. I want to mention 3 other positions as to when the rapture might occur. There are mid-tribbers who believe the rapture occurs at the 3.5-year mark. There are post-tribbers who believe the rapture occurs at the end of the tribulation. And there are pre-wrath tribbers who believe the rapture occurs when seal number 7 is opened. I believe the Bible clearly states that we, as the church, will not go through any of the 7-year tribulation. Now let's look at just a few important events that happened during these 7 years. Jesus continues to open the seals. I believe that at least 3 seals are open during the gap period. The remaining seals are open during the tribulation. The 7th seal opens the 7 trumpets, and the 7th trumpet opens the 7 bowls. Let's look at the 7 seals from Revelation 6, 1 through 17. The first seal is a white horse. This introduces the Antichrist. The second seal is a red horse, great worldwide war. The third seal is a black horse, worldwide famine. Fourth seal is a pale horse. Death to 1/4 of the world population is killed. That would be about 2 billion people today. Many are killed by wild beasts. The fifth seal, seen in heaven with souls and a host of martyrs. The sixth seal, 3 angels sent out to proclaim the gospel, a great worldwide earthquake. In the 7th seal, God calls for silence for 1/2 hour. Last chance to obtain mercy. This opens the 7 trumpets. Now let's look at the 7 trumpets, Revelation 8, verse 1 through 9, verse 21. First trumpet is worldwide hailstorm with fire. 1/3 of the trees and grass are destroyed. The second trumpet is a fiery mountain crashes. It's a meteor. 1/3 of the ocean turns to blood. 1/3 sea life dies, and 1/3 of the ships are destroyed. The third trumpet is called wormwood. It's a meteor. 1/3 of the rivers and springs turn bitter. The fourth trumpet, sun and moon darkened, 1/3 less, which means a 16-hour day. Fifth trumpet, hell is opened for 5 months. Scorpions torment all who do not have the seal of God. The sixth trumpet releases 4 demonic angels. Armies slay 1/3 of the remaining population. We are now up to a total of 4 billion people killed in today's world. Seventh trumpet calls forth 7 angels with 7 bowls of wrath. The fifth, sixth, and seventh trumpet are known as the 3 woes of Revelation. Finally, let's look at the 7 bowls. Revelation 16 verses 1 through 21. The first bowl are painful sores on men. Second bowl, all sea life dies. The third bowl, rivers turn to blood, all creatures die, humans have no drinking water. The fourth bowl, the sun heat greatly increases and scorches men with fire. The fifth bowl is great darkness. The sixth bowl, the Euphrates River dries up, armies prepare for Armageddon. And the final, 7th bowl, earthquakes, hailstones, there's a vial in the air, it is done. The tribulation comes to an end. You do not want to be any part of this. Please accept Jesus now as your Savior. And we need to mention the 7 thunders found in Revelation 10 verses 1 through 7. John, who wrote the book of Revelation, was told to seal up what the 7 thunders have said and do not write it down. These are the only words in Revelation that are sealed. This happens between the 6th and 7th trumpet. It is likely that this judgment was simply too terrifying to be recorded. There will be 2 witnesses who prophesy for 1260 days, which is the first half of the tribulation. These will be 2 literal men who have the spirit and power of Moses and Elijah. The Antichrist kills both of these men, and after 3.5 days they are miraculously raised from the dead. Revelation 11, 3 through 12. After the rapture and during the tribulation, 144,000 Jews will be sealed by God. They will preach and teach, and multitudes will be saved. Revelation 7 verses 3 through 9. Midway through the tribulation, the abomination of desolation takes place. This is when the Antichrist enters the Jewish temple and declares himself to be God. The Antichrist will make some kind of an image which all are forced to worship. Daniel 9:27 and Revelation 13 verse 14. The tribulation ends with the battle of Armageddon. The Antichrist, the false prophet, and Satan will inspire the armies of the world to invade Israel and kill all the Jews and to fight against Christ. This battle encompasses most of Israel, but is centered in the valley of Megiddo. Jesus returns to earth along with his army and defeats the Antichrist. Revelation 16 verses 12 to 16 and Revelation 19, 7 through 21. I want you to be part of the winning team. Accept Jesus now. Next month, we will discuss the millennium. During this 1,000-year period, Jesus will reign from Jerusalem.